Not only can you change the direction of your company through innovation, but you can also create whole new categories in your sector, enabling you to compete in national and international markets. The Black Farmer, Wilfred Emmanuel-Jones, has worked with some famous food and drink brands who have not only created their own category, but have then gone on to dominate it.
I also realised that I had to set up a food and drink agency, because obviously food was my knowledge. A food and drink agency that had a point of difference, and working with clients that were not part of the mainstream, and also clients that were interested in someone like me rather than the big advertising guys where they have a totally different system. And we worked with sort of brands like Kettle Chips, Lloyd Grossman sauces, Plymouth Gin, Cobra Beer. And what all those brands have in common was that they were very, very entrepreneurial brands, is that they went into a category and really shook that category up. They brought change to that category. So it meant that their attitudes, the way they went about their marketing was very, very different to what the mainstream is. So if you look at somewhere like Kettle Chips, for example, before they came on the scene, all you had was your Walker's Crisp type scenario, but they came on the scene and they absolutely revolutionized that category, and they actually created a new category. The one thing you want to try and do in the food business is to try and create a new category. People like Innocents, for example, they've actually created a new category that everybody else is desperately trying to get into, but they can't because they own it.
Having moved into farming from the world of marketing, Wilfred Emmanuel-Jones spotted an opportunity to change the way farmers communicate with their consumers.
I've always been a great believer that it's outsiders who see opportunity, who see good business opportunity. And what I'd sort of realized when I bought this farm was that the farmers all over the country had lost the vital relationship with the consumers. You know, as far as the consumers were concerned, they were irrelevant. They didn't really matter in their lives. And the people who had actually started to own that relationship with the consumer was the supermarkets. They are absolutely brilliant in understanding their consumer, what they like, what they don't like. They're absolutely fantastic. And I know we're going to have some discussion later on about, you know, the merits of supermarkets, but to give them their credit, they really know their consumer. And we in the farming community have been appalling, absolutely appalling when it comes to a relationship with the consumer. And you have these great ironies that you have at the moment. And I'll give you an example. You've got the Fair Trade brand, which is one of the fastest growing brands in this country. And that Fair Trade brand is born on the premise that the British consumer will actually buy products under the Fair Trade brand, put their hard-earned cash, buy products under the Fair Trade brand, because the British consumer knows that by doing that, it's going to help farmers in third world countries. But you try and get the British consumer to feel the same sentiment about British farmers, it doesn't work. That demonstrates we have a big problem, that we can't get our own people to feel the same sentiment about our struggling farming community as they do about third world farmers. It means we've got a big job to do in the farming community, because that is a travesty. And so that's one of the things that I started to realize, is that there was no sympathy at all by the British consumer about the farming community, that buying British, buying local, buying regional wasn't a big thing, and therefore there was an opportunity.
So it's never innovation for innovation's sake. It's about spotting an opportunity and reacting to it, whether this is within your business, the local market, or further afield. By constantly evolving and through innovation, your business will stay ahead of the game, and in turn so will the Highlands and Islands. Well, that's it for this episode on innovation. To test your innovation skills, visit the LearningWorks website, www.learning-works.co.uk. Search under Core Business Skills and you'll be able to assess your talents for innovation and entrepreneurship. That's also where you can register for the free prize draw to win a brand new iPod. Well, thanks for listening. Next month, we'll be taking a closer look at a topic directly related to innovation, entrepreneurship, and the effect it can have on rapid business growth.